Siberia is not just a place of cold, it is a test of endurance. Across millions of square kilometers, life persists where nature offers no mercy. This is not the Siberia of myths and exile. This is Siberia as it is lived. Every day, every winter, every breath. In Siberia, winter is not a season. It is the default state of life. Cold defines distance. It defines movement. It defines how people plan their days and their futures. Here, survival begins long before the first snowfall. It begins with preparation. In Siberia, routine is not repetition, it is protection. Every action is measured against the cold. When to go outside, how long to stay, and when to return. Mistakes are not dramatic here. They are simply unforgiving. In Siberia, distance is not measured in kilometers. It is measured in risk. Cold stretches every journey. It turns short trips into calculations and long routes into commitments. Out here, reaching a destination is never guaranteed. People do not remain in Siberia by accident. They stay because they have learned how. Survival here is built on patience, on preparation, and on an understanding that nature will always lead. This is not resistance, it is coexistence. In Siberia, survival depends on systems, food, fuel, heat. Nothing arrives easily. Nothing is taken for granted. Every supply line is vulnerable to weather, to distance, and to time. When the cold closes in, preparation becomes everything. Isolation in Siberia is not sudden. It is constant. Days pass quietly, weeks stretch longer, and distance becomes psychological. Those who live here learn to carry silence, to accept stillness, and to find strength in routine. In Siberia, nature is never still. Even in silence, it moves. Ice expands and contracts. Rivers freeze, then shift beneath the surface. Forests stand patient, enduring months of cold. Life here exists on nature's terms, unchanged, uncompromising. Endurance in Siberia has no finish line. There is no moment when survival becomes easy. The cold returns each year, unchanged. The land remains vast and indifferent. What endures is not strength alone, but acceptance and the will to continue. People often ask why anyone would choose to live here. The answers are never simple. Home, history, belonging. In Siberia, life is not easy, but it is honest. Those who stay do not conquer the land. They listen to it. Winter in Siberia does not arrive the way it does elsewhere. It does not come and go. It settles in slowly at first, then completely, until it becomes the background of life itself. Snow falls not as an event, but as a constant, layer after layer, week after week, month after month. Roads disappear, landmarks vanish. Familiar places become unrecognizable under white silence. The cold deepens gradually, pressing into the ground, into buildings, into memory. By midwinter, the air itself feels solid. Breath crystallizes instantly. Sound travels differently. Movement slows. Here, time behaves differently. Days shorten until light becomes rare. Nights stretch endlessly, and people stop measuring life in seasons. In Siberia, winter is not something to endure temporarily. It is something that defines everything. People do not wait for spring. They learn how to exist without it. In Siberia, survival is not about strength, it is about adaptation. Every detail of daily life is shaped by temperature. Clothing is layered with intention, not fashion. Food is chosen for calories, not variety. Movement is calculated because mistakes are punished quickly. Here, people learn to read the cold the way sailors read the sea. They know when it is safe to travel and when it is wiser to stay still. Experience replaces technology. Memory replaces comfort. The cold never disappears, but over time it becomes familiar. Not an enemy, just a constant presence. Distance in Siberia is not measured in kilometers. It is measured in effort. A journey that looks short on a map can take hours, even days, when snow swallows roads and ice reshapes the land. Vehicles struggle, machinery freezes. Sometimes the only reliable method is patience. People here plan their movement carefully. They leave early, carry supplies, and prepare for delays that are not exceptions, but expectations. Travel becomes a mental exercise as much as a physical one. In this environment, arriving safely matters more than arriving quickly. Speed is never the priority. Endurance is. Nothing in Siberia is built without compromise. The ground itself is frozen, sometimes hundreds of meters deep, shifting slowly as temperatures change. Buildings cannot rest on soil that moves. They are lifted above it, balanced on pillars, allowing cold air to circulate beneath. Pipes run exposed, insulated, and fragile. One failure can shut down an entire neighborhood. Cities here are not designed for beauty. They are designed for survival. Every structure is an agreement with the land, not a victory over it. Architecture becomes a response, not an expression. And the cold always has the final say. Warmth in Siberia is not taken for granted. It is engineered, protected, and constantly maintained. Heat travels through long networks of pipes, suspended above the ground like lifelines. They steam in the open air, bleeding warmth into the cold just to survive. Inside homes, radiators work endlessly, never turned off in winter. If the heat stops, time becomes critical. Walls freeze. Water solidifies. Living spaces turn hostile within hours. Staying warm is not comfort here. It is the thin line between normal life and emergency. Life in Siberia does not pause for winter. Work continues, routines persist, and schedules remain fixed regardless of temperature. People leave their homes in darkness, faces wrapped, breath heavy in the air. Factories operate, offices open, schools fill with voices muffled by layers of clothing. The cold slows movement, but it does not stop obligation. Days are planned with precision, allowing little room for hesitation. Mistakes cost time. Time costs warmth. Routine becomes a form of protection. By repeating what must be done, people push back against chaos. Food in Siberia is shaped by temperature as much as tradition. The cold preserves what other climates cannot. Freezers exist everywhere, but nature itself is the largest one. Meat is stored outdoors. Fish freezes solid within minutes. Vegetables are kept in underground cellars, protected from extremes. Nothing is wasted. Every resource is planned, counted, and stored with care. Supply chains are long, fragile, and often delayed. What is available must last. What is prepared must endure. In Siberia, survival is seasonal, but hunger is not allowed to be. In a place where the environment is unforgiving, community becomes essential. Isolation is dangerous. Connection is survival. People rely on one another in ways that feel unfamiliar elsewhere. Neighbors check on neighbors. Help is offered without being asked. Information travels quickly because everyone understands its value. Technology helps, but it does not replace human presence. When storms arrive or systems fail, it is cooperation that fills the gap. In Siberia, independence exists, but it is never absolute. Survival is shared. Survival in Siberia is not learned in a single lifetime. It is inherited. Knowledge passes quietly from one generation to the next, not through books, but through routine. Children grow up understanding cold not as an enemy, but as a condition of life. They learn how to dress, how to move, how to read weather without instruments. Mistakes are remembered. Techniques are refined. Every generation adapts slightly better than the one before. In Siberia, progress is measured not by speed, but by endurance. In Siberia, nature does not negotiate. It dictates. Temperatures drop without warning. Winds reshape the land overnight. What exists today may vanish beneath snow tomorrow. Here, survival means constant awareness. People plan days around weather patterns, light, and distance. Every journey is calculated, every shelter is tested. Technology helps, but it never replaces respect. Those who endure understand one truth above all others: the land decides who stays. Siberia is not a place that welcomes easily. It demands patience, resilience, and respect. For those who live here, survival is not heroic. It is routine, a quiet agreement between people and the land. Endure the cold, read the signs, adapt or leave. Beyond the numbers and records, Siberia remains what it has always been, a reminder that nature sets the limits, and humanity survives only by understanding them.